Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Daily Aztec Sports Talk. I'm Pat.
I'm Matt. Today we're going to talk a little bit about SDSU football. The Aztecs traveled to Corvallis last Saturday to play the Oregon State Beavers. Started out extremely well on the first drive. They got a touchdown, led 7-0. Didn't score again for the rest of the game. Beavers handled them the rest of the way and lost 28-7. Not a fun day for Aztec fans. But Patrick, what was your biggest takeaway from that game?
My biggest takeaway is the fact that Ezel Ruffin's absence really affects Quinn Kaler a lot. Quinn Kaler looked lost standing in the pocket. He didn't have the best offensive line to, protect him against Oregon State. But when your main target, when the guy that you struck up great chemistry with last season is suddenly gone, it changes things. And Kaler, you could see that. He was lost, really struggled back there. So Ezel Ruffin's loss, I think, was the biggest takeaway because it's a lot. The impact is bigger than initially thought.
Oh, definitely.
What was your biggest takeaway, Matt?
My biggest takeaway is an absence in another sense. Chase Price, San Diego State's second running back. Now, the Aztecs have had running success in the past few seasons because of really mainly one reason. They run two running backs whose styles complement each other, so that way the defenses can't get accustomed to one style, and then it really helps each other gain more yards. Chase Price has been Donnell Pumphrey's complement this year. He ran 11 times for 45 yards in week one, helped Pumphrey run for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also ran 16 times for 71 yards against UNC and ran really well, and it helped Pumphrey gain a lot of yards. They actually split reps in that game. So in your biggest non-conference game against Oregon State, Donnell Pumphrey runs 17 times. Guess how many times Chase Price ran it?
I don't know. How many?
Once.
Ooh.
When your second back runs it just once, there's going to be a lot of issue with that. Now, I know SDSU played from behind, but that was only starting in the mid-third quarter. So there was a lot of time to balance the running attack. So I think that's my biggest takeaway, and that it needs to change next week, or this Saturday against UNLV. So speaking of UNLV, Patrick, preview that game for us.
Well, the Rebels have had their struggles on defense. They've given up 45 points in three of their 4 games. They are 1-3 this season, and their defense is not looking good. Their quarterback's passing efficiency also not looking good. Completed only 53% of his passes. UNLV has just looked like they've really had a hard time doing anything well this season.
CBS Sports today ranked them the 8th worst team in college football, which is no bueno, but you mentioned the quarterback, Blake Decker. He's a spread offense quarterback.
Yes.
And we've seen in the past that he can run a lot. He's the leading rusher on the team.
He has the most carries on UNLV's team.
And we've seen in the past that spread offenses can mess around with SDSU's defense. So we'll see what happens this Saturday.
Quickly, your score prediction for Saturday.
Oh, about a 35-14 win for the Aztecs. I think open conference with a win. You?
I'm going to go a little closer. I'm going to say Aztecs 31, UNLV 20.
All right.
That's all for our sports today. Now time for Rock'em Sock'em Robots. You're going down.